This is a digital diary self-monologue day 3. And I think today's topic for my self-monologue is the aspect of being tired or fatigued. Recently, the last few days, I've been a little bit on the sleepier side compared to some days. I don't know what I've been doing to equate to that, but I believe it is also because I've been working longer hours. I have been doing a lot more stuff than just sitting around. But it's weird because sometimes when I'm actually doing those things, I actually don't get tired and I just sit around. When I sit around is when I really get tired, like when I don't move and stuff. So I feel like one of the cures for tiredness is probably just staying busy, but having balance and understanding when to do something and when to actually have the rest you need, but too much rest, too much saturation in, whether it be recovering this or that, too much of it has signs of, you're tired even when you're just sitting. That's probably a bad sign. So today, after this video, I'm probably going to go and do some errands. It seems like a good thing to do. So I'm probably going to get some stuff done. I'm probably going to go get some groceries. I'm probably going to go get some like hygiene stuff, just simple stuff like that. Because, waking up and, you know, feeling tired like this, because I haven't gotten out of bed in like 30 minutes when I just woke up. Usually I need time to just shift and settle. It's annoying. So, but, how to cure tiredness? I guess it's just understanding how much or how little body the needs when it comes to recovery, rest, and sleep. Because too much recovery means your body becomes more prone to being more tired. I believe it's like a form of narcolepsy. I don't really know if it's a sickness or something like that, but it probably isn't. I don't have a diagnosis in that. But when it comes to, actually waking up, speaking like this as well, it also wakes me up because, I start rambling on and talking and stuff like that, so it helps. Basically, I've just been trying to understand the notion of tiredness and a few other things, but because, when you're tired, you can't really perform at your greatest, but the biggest question I think a lot of people have is, especially me, what can you do when you're the most tired, the most weak, and the most stressed out? Like if you can lay buildings down, if you can move mountains when you're at your worst, who knows what you could do at your best? So I'm gonna give myself a little challenge. This is just for me, but if anyone hears this and watches this and wants a challenge as well, I challenge myself on whoever's listening this, if they are. I'm not looking for views or any kind of community, but if you guys want to do something and you're listening to this, the challenge is to, damn it, just crossed my head. Like I said, I'm tired. So I think what I'm going to try to do, and what I'm going to do, the wording is very important. I'm going to do it, is. Damn, I lost my train of thought. It was going to be a challenge. It was going to be awesome. It was going to be cool. And I think the challenge, as far as I remember, short-term memory wise, because when I'm waking up, it's not really like I'm just waking up, and you can kind of hear it in my voice probably too. What was I going to challenge myself to do? Probably just uh, rage. Completely forgot. It's all good. Whatever the challenge was, I'm sure it'll cross my mind after this video or even on this video. But this video was mainly to discuss about the my own opinions and my own epitomes of my own tiredness and fatigue. Maybe I believe changing my diet would be better. It would also be maybe what is it else? Maybe it's also to do with how much or how little sleep I get. Because I did get like 8 hours, so I don't really know why that's such a, you know. But, one can only dream, one can only know. But the thing is, as long as you put in the research and as long as you're aware of your own body and how it functions, that was one of the aspects of the challenge, if I remember correctly. Be more aware. Try to be more aware of how your body reacts to certain stimuli, like how little sleep, poor diet, good diet. Of course, it's common sense, if you get poor sleep, of course, but sometimes I'd suffer with like brain fog and stuff like that. Sometimes, I forget the causes and the symptom. I know the symptoms, but I forget where it comes from. Like, is it tiredness or is it psychological withdrawal? Is it poor diet or is it all of these things combined? It's probably all of these things combined. But that's like the big thing. So I'm just trying to see whether or not I should basically I'm just trying to find out where the tiredness is coming from. I think I should go to a doctor or specialist. Always go to a doctor or specialist if you're very unsure. Do your own research. I do strongly suggest it. But if you really don't know, then I do recommend going to a doctor or some primary care physician because I'm not giving advice when it comes to actual professional stuff. I am by no means a doctor, so I highly recommend going to someone if you struggle with, chronic tiredness or fatigue or whatever it is. And even if you've tried many different, even when you've tried many different diets, many different sleep circadian rhythms, and you still have it, bad, I recommend going to a doctor. That's the one recommendation I have. So, with that being said, I'm just waking up now. There we go. See, talking, moving my hands, moving my body, just even a little bit like this in my chair. I'm just like, I'm waking up. That's the big thing. So, without further ado, this is going to be one of the shorter videos, 6 minutes, 16, 17 seconds, 18 seconds, 19 seconds. So it's going to be a little bit shorter today just because, I have a lot of stuff to do. It's my only day off, and then I got like 8-hour shifts tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. So it'll be fun, and then uni starts next week, so I have a lot going on. But that's a good thing, staying busy, keeping yourself moving and active is the big thing. Oh, I remember I did a lot of exercise yesterday. I ran I think like a mile and a half. I haven't done cardio in a minute. I focused mainly on lifting. I should have balanced cardio and stuff like that. That was my bad. But I was underweight because I didn't want to lose the weight. I wanted to gain the weight. And then I probably developed some sort of like mental thing where I wanted to keep gaining weight, but then it was like to a point where I'm like 278. I was like 284. So I did lose a lot, but basically I'm just trying to for reference, I'm 6'3", so like the height difference isn't that bad. But I know some people would say I'll be 225. I'm getting there. It's all good. But that's besides the point. This is about tiredness, fatigue, and reasons. And the reason was I exercised a lot, which is probably one of the my body's recovering today. So all right. Ending the self monologue. This is for me. These videos are for me. But if anyone wants to watch it, and garner something from it. It's just a bunch of spewings from an autistic 21-year-old, so, do with it what you will. But the more I do these, the better I get at communicating, the better I get at elaborating and hearing my tone. High, low, angry, sad. Oh my god, I'm sad. Like tones and communication. It's fun. With that being said, have a wonderful day or night, depending on where you are, and have a wonderful endeavor wherever you are. Peace.